Hey guys, it's Juss, and I just got back from my trip to Salem. It was for my 17-year-old sister's birthday with her friends, so of course I didn't vlog. But what I can do is talk to you about my experience at the Hawthorne Hotel, which something cool did happen there, and I can tell you about exploring the hotel. And I can do a Salem haul, because I did get a couple little trinkets, and I'll tell you about my experience while in Salem. So we'll go ahead and start with the Hawthorne Hotel. I love keeping room keys. I have a collection of some room keys. If I'm able to keep them, I love it. This is the Hawthorne Hotel's one. It says Hawthorne Hotel, and then it has a cool quote that says, "A single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities," by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I kept the card. I just thought it was a really cool keepsake. I also kept a really cute postcard that I found inside of our room for guests to be able to mail out to people. It's a really pretty scenic picture, well, painting or drawing of the Hawthorne Hotel. It's so adorable. Little horse-drawn buggy with a little Christmas/Yule tree, and it's just really cute. So I just have one really cool story. We stayed on the 5th floor this time. Last time we stayed on the 4th floor. This time we were on the 5th floor. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of different rooms that have some paranormal history. So of course, as always, I investigate those rooms and go around those hallways at night. Like I said, I was with my sister and her friends for her birthday, and we split apart. There are only 2 elevators and then a staircase, but it is really cold in that hotel during the winter months, and so the staircase is really cold. So I was already freezing from us walking around outside, so I wanted to take the elevator. They rush into the elevator because they're ready to go to their room and hang out. So they go, and I'm like, I'll just catch the next one, guys, because they all piled in, and I think there were a couple of guests still in that elevator too. So they all went in. They all went up, and I said they knew I was following right after. Well, I didn't follow right after. I got into the left elevator, get in, and press 5, because that was the floor I was on. Keep in mind, these elevators are used constantly throughout the day. It's actually pretty a busy hotel. Anytime we're there, it's very busy. So I get in the elevator, I press 5. It takes me all the way up to the 6th floor. Doesn't open the doors, just stops for a second at the 6th floor, and then takes me all the way back down to the 1st floor. Doesn't open the doors, so I pressed 5 again when the light went off. It brings me all the way back up to the 6th floor, stops, doesn't open the doors, and brings me right back down to the 1st floor. At that point, I didn't care what floor it took me to. I wanted to get out of the elevator. I wasn't scared. I'm not scared of hauntings and paranormal activity. I'm scared of elevator malfunctions, and I'm scared of being stuck in elevators, and nothing good ever comes from that. Claustrophobia and just overall anxiety of being inside of a box that's not letting you out. I think that it's pretty rational to be afraid of that. I press again, frantically. So it takes me back up to the 6th floor one more time, takes me back down to the 1st floor. So like 3 times, finally the doors just open. And before I go to walk out, they closed again. So I just pressed 5 one more time since the doors actually open. And it brought me to the 4th floor and opened the doors. And I just got out. I was like, I'm out. I don't care. I'll take the staircase. I got out of the 4th floor. And I'm walking around, and there's like 2 guests in one of their rooms having like a really loud argument. I go to the staircase, and the door is just like stuck. And I got it. I mean, they're older doors and they're very heavy. Finally get out, and it's just, there were a lot of weird noises in that area. So it was just extremely strange. To me, it felt totally paranormal, only because if there was a problem, especially in a really busy hotel, in a very expensive hotel, there's a problem, it'll be addressed. People were constantly using this elevator, and there was nothing wrong with it. And there was a wedding going on downstairs earlier in the day, so there were guests constantly using it. It's a really cool place, but I thought that was something worth sharing. So while in Salem, we actually did go to the Cinema Salem. We have a postcard from it, My Friend Dahmer. It was a really cool movie. It's a movie about Jeffrey Dahmer in his high school, his like final year and senior year, and development of who he becomes. I kept this little postcard, and then I have my ticket stub. I also got, because they were so cheap, I got a bunch of candles for rituals and ceremonies and spell work and just a bunch of different stuff I do. I have so many candles, but for some reason the hardest ones to find are a really nice color purple and black. And then I also got this Pentacle Coin. It's really cute. I just really like having these kind of things on my altar and to carry around in my bag, and I just really like little trinkets and things like that, so I thought this was perfect. So lastly is something that we'll also unbox because I didn't open it yet because I just got back and I'm really wiped and tired and wanted to make this video while the details are hot on the press. I have this here. It is a witch bottle. I was really excited about this. This was the coolest purchase I made. I'm gonna keep this. It has really cool illustrations on it. Witch bottles kept hearth and home safe from the destructive forces of evil and malicious spirits that could bring with them afflictions of consumption, plague, bad humors, and terrible luck. Witch bottles are filled with items that are thought to be repellent to such creatures. The Salem witch bottle is made with tradition, handcrafted in Salem, Massachusetts, and all that there. And on the back, it has the ingredients. It has powder of cloves, sprigs of rosemary, soil, an iron nail. It also says rusted and white oak shavings, which I love white oak. That's actually amazing. I don't know why I didn't read the ingredients. I was just excited to have this, I think. That, and I was with a bunch of people, so I wasn't gonna take forever and look at every detail of everything I picked up. And then a Defendio charm. So, defense charm. As always, because I'm a Virgo to no end, I have a stapler remover, so that's what I'm going to do so I don't cause any damage to what I'm keeping. Proud, proud Virgo. Okay, let's open it. Here is the bottle. I love this so much! Salem witch bottle for the protection against evil and malicious spirits intent on doing harm most grievous. Got everything that I had mentioned, which is so cool. It's got the scroll with the spell on it. It's got the nail in there. It's got what it is in there, a little piece of parchment. It's got all of that, the soil, the sprigs. It's one of those things that I just really want the satisfaction of opening a wax seal and sniffing the inside and emptying it out and touching everything that went into making this, but you don't want to ruin it. I should have bought two just to like break one open and then kept this one. I just want to know the items inside. Damn you, curiosity. Then we have this guy. It has illustrations on it, and then it also has the spell on the back. It goes into details. It's everything that I basically read on the package on the outside. And then it says a pinch of salt to purify the inside of the bottle. The soil, the Native American people called this area of the coast the quiet fishing place. But soon after the arrival of English settlers on Winthrop's fleet in 1630, the name was changed to Salem. Ooh, the rusted iron nail. Legend tells that if you set a rusted nail to dirt with the point downward, it will attract and ensnare any specter or dark creatures that happens by, preventing it from following you. And if the nail has been sealed in a bottle where it is set with dirt, the bottle then becomes a home for that entity as long as it remains sealed. And then it just says the herbs that are in here, which clove, rosemary, and sage, along with some botanicals. So they don't name everything. They're leaving some stuff a secret, which makes me want to open it and investigate even more. It's either telling me not to do it or to do it. It's making it worse. Once all of the ingredients are combined, the cap is then set firm. The witch's bottle is then sealed with wax. As the material hardens, a hex mark is stamped on the bottle to seal the magic inside. And there is a little, it's really hard to see. Looks like a flower to me, but that's the mark they went with. You won't believe the last thing they wrote in this. They wrote the warning, and this makes it worse because I love chaotic energy. Organized chaos. Literally, that is who I am as a person. I thrive on chaotic vibrations and energy. I just love it. Mercury in retrograde is my jam. So why not make it worse, Mr. Witch Bottle? Of course, here it goes. The warning! If the witch bottle is ever opened or broken, everything that has been trapped or imprisoned inside the bottle over the time you have it will be free to escape, usually with much more mischief than previously. And the magic contained inside the bottle will be spent. So basically, it's like if you open this, anything that ever could be drawn to this bottle is unleashed upon your home. And also, it won't do anything after, of course, you open it, except cure curiosity. So technically, they're lying. But that's everything, guys. I'm so happy with the trip. It was so fun. I had such a great time. I would have loved to vlog, but I did not. I know that there are many more trips in the future to Salem, and I love it. So there are, of course, places. Always do your research before taking a trip to Salem. There are so many museums and really cool shops to go to. There's also shops that are not so great, that have things that are kind of on the brink of offensive to someone who is either Wiccan or who dabbles in witchcraft, like a practitioner in witchcraft. There's nothing that I take with ill will or anything like that. Of course, it's just kind of capitalism on what people perceive when they go to the witch place. So that's kind of I get why. It's such a cool place, so historic and so cool. Of course, there's also the Witch House. That's always worth a visit, and all the museums and things like that. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I am not gonna open this up, just saying. Even if I really want to. Boo. I will not open you and let you win.